Hey everybody, got a new tank. This one. I finally got the missions done for it. I didn't get the light tank ones done, so I just skipped it with the extra tokens. I'm going to go back and finish them later, obviously, so I can get the maximum number of crew. But I did get a chance to play this thing and start on the T28 heavy tank concept missions. Sorry about the bleep blooping. My friend GURNE's talking to me. Anyway, this thing is more or less a StuG. It's slightly taller because it's built on a Panzer IV chassis, or at least it looks a bit taller. I mean, I haven't got the two of them next to each other to compare, but the Panzer IV is a slightly larger tank from memory. It's got side skirts, which are not the most useful thing in the world in World of Tanks, but you know, it looks pretty cool. It's got the same gun that the StuG IV carried historically, which is the 7.5cm KWK 40L48, I want to say, from memory. So it doesn't have the needle gun, the Panther gun, that the StuG III can upgrade to in World of Tanks, but it has the gun that it had historically. In terms of mobility, it feels about the same as the StuG III does. Camouflage, I'm not sure, but I guess it'd be very similar. Overall, it's a pretty nice handling tank destroyer. It has a lot of the same advantages that StuG III has, including pretty nice mobility, a pretty decent traverse rate. The gun's not bad. Of course, this is a tier 5 match, and this is a tier 5 tank. It doesn't get preferential matchmaking as far as I'm aware. I don't think anything added recently gets preferential. They're trying to get rid of it. So against tier 7s, I'm not sure how it would fare. The gun can pen tier 7s if you shoot gold out of it, but obviously it's not going to be as reliable as the Panther gun. As you can see though, its mobility isn't too bad. It's a Panzer IV chassis, so it's pretty mobile. The armor scheme, you don't play a StuG for armor, put it that way. So it's not great, but you will get bounces out of it, particularly when you're top tier like this. As you can see, I generally use the same sort of playstyle in this as I play in the StuG III, which is an assault gun. It will snipe quite well with this gun, there's no doubt about it, and with this camouflage. And it's worth noting that with 360 hit points, you can be one-shot by basically anything with a 122mm gun. Or 105 howitzers. And the 105 howitzers do 350 alpha, so if they low roll you or average roll you, you'll get away with 10 hit points, or maybe a couple more based on how low they roll. But if they roll even slightly high, they will one-shot you. So that's an important thing to note. This thing, if you're going to play it aggressively, you have to be able to know what you can and can't afford to engage. Because if you go chasing after a 105 Sherman in this, and it gets a shot off at you, and it hits, you're probably dead, even if you haven't taken any previous damage. So, this match has kind of progressed so quickly that in trying to talk about the tank, I've not been able to give any actual commentary on what's going on. Basically, what went on is both teams melted. As you can see, the majority of mine went to city and died, and the majority of the enemy team just, I don't know, rolled over. Quite a few of them came out to the field or went down the rails. You can see my remaining teammates there trying to cap. The Toaster running back to reset them. I decided to come back and reset our own cap. Unfortunately, I took a hit off the AMX 40, but I was able to take him out, which got them off cap. And here I go to kill the Cruiser 2. The logic being that if I can, I'd like to save our Arty, and also I don't want that thing running around behind me and shooting me in the back, which it can and will do if I let it. So here I'm looking for a shot. Unfortunately, I should have just been in sniper mode the whole time. I would have killed it so much earlier. It gets away because of my badly aimed shots, and ends up hiding behind a shed or a building or something. Now I can't see exactly what he's hiding behind, but I can knock it down. And so before he's able to react adequately, I can take him out. He did take a shot there, but it hit something in front of him, a piece of a building or a fence perhaps. Unfortunately, my teammates die in the enemy cap, and so now it's myself left alone with about 2/3 of my hit points left against Matilda Black Prince, a Toaster, and a tier 3 of some sort? What is that? Bikini. Oh dear. Bikini is one shot, 83 hit points. I could gently tap him with my tank and that would take him out. The Matilda Black Prince, 216, that's about 2 shots. There goes Bikini. And the Toaster has got 251 hit points. That's going to be important later, you'll see why. Now, rather than sitting on my own cap and waiting for them to come to me, which risks me getting pincered, I decided I'm going to play aggressively and take the fight to them. I also figured because they're 2 shitters, if they have XVM installed especially, they might try and turtle. Quite often, even if the enemy have superior numbers, if they sense they're against people who are going to give them a hard time attacking, they'll just turtle. Even if they don't know that, like even if they don't have XVM, so often pubbies will just sit and try and defend their cap when they should be pushing. So I decide I'm not going to let them do that. I've got plenty of time to get back to my own cap if they try and push it. Even if they both sit on it, this thing is easily quick enough to get back there and get a reset in. So I approach from the side. I want to try and single out the Matilda first. If I can take him out without exposing myself to the Toaster, that makes my life a lot easier. Matilda Black Prince, of course, it's a Matilda chassis, so it has armor, and it's got the 6-pounder turret on it, so it's got a high rate of fire. But the armor on a Matilda, while it might be amazing at tier 4, it's not so amazing at tier 5, where it's facing guns like this, especially since needing to carry the game against 3 people, now 2 people. I decided I'd just load APCR to make sure of a pen. I didn't want to risk bouncing against Matilda, but the KWK 40 doesn't actually bounce that badly, as long as you don't hit from a stupid angle. Now, I could have taken a more circuitous route to come in from a less predictable direction, but I just come blazing straight down the main road. Matilda bounced off me, as you could see there. Unfortunately, I should have gone around. I've said it countless times, I'm notoriously bad at following my own advice. If I was a smarter man, after killing the Matilda, I would have reversed and either gone in from the west side around the buildings, or crossed in behind this building here and shot down the rails. The reason for that is because the Matilda lit me so close to the cap that the Toaster would just automatically look at where I am. And so pushing around the corner means he's going to shoot at me. He knows I'm there, he's probably pre-aimed, and it's a Toaster. There's no way it's not going to fuck me up. The Toaster's gun is an 88. Not just the same 88 that other tier 5s get, but a really good 88. Its top gun is a proprietary gun. It's a special experimental anti-aircraft or like anti-tank conversion of the 88mm. I can't remember exactly what it is. It's some experimental gun. It's not a KWK-43. It's not a KWK-36. It's somewhere in between the two. I have to look it up later. I can't remember because it's been that long since I played a Toaster. But either way, it's a pretty long gun and you don't want to get hit by it. The thing does, from memory, probably about 240 alpha or something in the vicinity of that. And it pens forever at tier 5. It's also quite accurate and surprisingly fast firing for its caliber. So in coming up here and kicking out so far from the corner as well, that was inevitable. If I'd just taken the time to go around, or even if I'd hugged the corner closer, I would have got away with that. Ultimately, what brought me down was just impatience. I had plenty of time to work with, I should have actually used it. So let this be a cautionary tale. Do not let pressure get to you and just push in from an obvious direction. There's always a better chance if you go around. Especially, you know, against that guy, I really embarrassed myself by getting killed by him like that. It's just, I should have known better. And, you know, watching the replay, I do know better, but It's just one of those things. I mean, I've said it before, sometimes when you're actually in a match and you realise it's 3 against 1 and your hands start to get a little wobbly, it's difficult to actually think properly. And so you end up, you know, making stupid mistakes. Sometimes you get away with it, sometimes you don't. Unfortunately, this was the latter. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If nothing else, it's a quick look at the StuG IV as compared to its StuG III cousin. It's an alright little vehicle. I'm probably not going to play it a whole heap just because I don't really play low tiers very much, but it's enjoyable enough. I think I'll definitely play it from time to time. And it might be, you know, a decent little platooning tank if people want to run KVs or whatever. I can bring this thing. And of course, being a premium, it is a crew trainer. So I can use this to train up German TD crews, since I do have an E25, but I don't have a JT88, so I can train 2 different crews in premiums at once, alternating between this and the E25 if I want to. Progress on the T28 heavy tank concept at the moment is quite slow. I'm trying to clear out all the medium missions first. I got 10 of them on my first day, and I've been slogging through the last couple ever since. I think I've got 11 or 12 done now. 12 actually, so I got 3 left. So hopefully I'll be able to get the medium missions done soon and then start focusing on some of the others. As soon as I get the T28 heavy tank concept, I will try and play a couple matches in and get some more videos up, or get some videos up of it, as well as the ones I've already got up from Selfugger. And then I will try and get up some more footage of this thing as well if I can. T55 is looking a very long way away, unfortunately, so I'm not sure if I'll even be able to get one in any reasonable time frame, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to cut this video here, so thank you for watching, I wish you the best of luck in the field, and I'll see you on the next one.